Hi, and welcome to English Fabulae. Are you learning English? Great. Let's learn English with a very interesting story. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Let's get started.
In late August 2025, a very important event took place in Tokyo, Japan. The leaders of two major Asian countries, India and Japan, met at the Japanese Prime Minister's official home. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his Japanese counterpart, Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba, shook hands in front of many international cameras. At this 15th India-Japan Annual Summit, they made a big announcement that grabbed global attention. They shared news of a huge investment plan. Japan promised to invest a massive $68 billion in India over the next 10 years. This large sum, 10 trillion Japanese yen, is twice the amount Japan had committed earlier. This commitment is not just a simple agreement between two countries. It shows a major change in how power works in the Asia-Pacific region. This partnership is happening when the world faces many difficulties. China is becoming more powerful and active, especially in the South China Sea. Also, the President of the U.S., Donald Trump, has brought back new taxes on goods from other countries. These new tariffs cause problems for the global economy. Because of these challenges, India and Japan's cooperation has become very important. What was once just a friendly talk is now a necessary strategy. This huge investment is much more than just money. It clearly shows a new direction for these two key democratic nations in Asia to work together. It marks a new chapter in the region's political and economic story. This close cooperation will help both India and Japan manage global issues and build a new, strong balance of power in the Asia-Pacific. This partnership is truly a game changer for the future of Asia and beyond. 2. A long friendship. India and Japan have built a strong friendship over many years. This important connection began not long after World War II ended. In 1952, India showed great goodwill by signing a peace treaty with Japan. This act helped Japan re-enter the world stage and laid a very strong foundation for a future filled with cooperation and mutual respect between the two nations. For a long time, Japan was a key supporter for India. Starting from 1958, Japan began giving India important financial help. This came in the form of bilateral loans and grants. Over many decades, Japan grew to be India's largest bilateral donor, providing significant assistance for India's development projects across various sectors. However, their bond was not always just about aid. Over time, the nature of their relationship changed a lot. It moved from a simple giver and receiver dynamic to a real and deep partnership. Japan started to see India not just as a country needing help, but as a nation with huge potential. India was recognized as a massive market for Japanese goods and services, and a crucial friend for keeping peace and balance in the wider Asian region. The partnership gained speed in the early 2000s. In the year 2000, Japan introduced its Look East policy, a plan to strengthen ties with Asian countries. At the same time, India was also looking east to build stronger economic links. These matching interests helped bring India and Japan even closer together. Step by step, their cooperation grew deeper. By 2006, their relationship was officially called a Strategic and Global Partnership. This meant they agreed to work together on many important issues, both regionally and globally. Then, in 2014, the partnership reached its highest level yet, becoming the Special Strategic and Global Partnership. This new title showed their strong commitment to each other and their shared goals. This evolution reflected not only stronger ties, but also common interests in ensuring stability and growth in Asia. This long history of trust and working together led to the ambitious new investment. Japan had already promised 5 trillion yen, which is about $34 billion, to India for the years 2022 to 2026. This big target was met 2 years early, showing great success. This early achievement gave both countries much confidence. It proved their partnership was effective and could achieve big goals. Because of this success, they were ready to set an even larger goal, promising $68 billion for future projects. This journey from post-war reconciliation to a comprehensive strategic alliance truly defines their enduring bond. 3. The Big Plan. Chapter 3 reveals the big plan. This plan includes a massive promise of $68 billion. This large amount of money will come from private companies in Japan, not just government aid. It will be invested in India over the next 10 years. This commitment is about building a strong future together. The main goal is to transform India into a global manufacturing center. Prime Minister Modi has clearly stated that combining Japanese technology with Indian talent will create a powerful and successful partnership. The $68 billion will be spread across 8 key areas. These areas are vital for modern economies and future growth. For instance, a significant part of the investment will go into the semiconductor industry. Semiconductors are small but very important chips found in nearly all electronic devices, from computers to cars. Another focus is clean energy, helping India develop sustainable power sources like solar and wind. Telecommunications, which covers internet and phone services, will also see improvements. The plan includes investments in pharmaceuticals, making sure people have access to important medicines. Advanced fields like artificial intelligence, space technology, and new ways to move people and goods will also benefit greatly from this cooperation. Japanese companies will use various ways to invest. They will put money directly into existing Indian businesses. They will also form new businesses together with Indian companies through joint ventures. This allows sharing knowledge and resources. A key part of this plan is sharing advanced technology and manufacturing skills. This will help Indian factories become more efficient and produce high-quality goods. The goal is to create strong and reliable supply chains from getting raw materials to making the final product. The Mumbai-Ahmedabad high-speed rail project is a shining example of this big plan. People often call this project India's bullet train. Japan is famous for its very fast and safe Shinkansen bullet trains. Japan will bring its newest E10 Shinkansen technology to India. This includes the advanced trains, the special tracks, and the signal systems needed to run them safely. This project alone involves billions of dollars in investment. It shows Japan's deep trust and willingness to transfer its cutting-edge technology. Such projects improve India's transport system, create many jobs, and boost local industries. This cooperation shows how India and Japan plan to build a more advanced and prosperous future together. 4. The China question. Even if leaders did not say it openly, China's growing power was an important reason for the new partnership. Both India and Japan saw China's actions in places like the East China Sea and the South China Sea. These actions worried many countries. China's Belt and Road Initiative also made its economic power spread across Asia and Africa. This created both chances and concerns for nations in the region. For India and Japan, this partnership was a way to balance China's increasing influence. Both countries are democracies. Both also have disagreements with China over land and sea borders. The deal came at a time when China faced some economic issues. By working more closely, India and Japan showed a different way to cooperate internationally. This way was based on democratic ideas and market rules, not on government control. Japan's plan was to limit China's influence through strong economic ties with countries that think alike. By helping India build its factories, Japan could create new supply chains. These chains would not rely so much on China. This also gave Japan a big new market in India. For India, Japan's investment brought modern technology and good ways of making things. This could help India grow faster. The partnership also included plans for defense and security. India and Japan agreed to do more military exercises together. They also planned to share technology and work on keeping the seas safe. These steps showed that both countries were serious about working together for security. They also spoke about the Quad, which is a group of 4 countries: India, Japan, Australia, and the United States. This showed a wider effort by democratic nations in the Indo-Pacific area. This growing cooperation helps create a balance of power in Asia. India and Japan are both important countries in the region. Their strong friendship helps them in international groups like the Quad and the G20. The India-Japan partnership offers a new way for countries in the Indo-Pacific to work together. It is different from old ways based on one country being stronger than others. It shows that medium-sized countries can take more responsibility for peace and wealth in the region. This partnership aims to make the region more stable and safe for everyone. 5. America's new rules. President Donald Trump brought new rules for global trade. In August, the United States put high taxes, called tariffs, on goods from India. These tariffs could be as high as 50%. This happened because India continued to buy oil from Russia. This dramatic change made many businesses in India deeply worried. India sells a large part of its products to the United States, about 18% of all its exports. These exports are very important for India's national economy, making the tariff impact substantial. Losing this market could hurt many industries. President Trump also threatened to put 25% tariffs on imports from Japan. This news created serious concerns in Japan as well. Both India and Japan quickly understood that trade with the United States was becoming very difficult and unsure. This situation acted as a strong push, drawing both Asian nations closer together, to work more actively. They needed to find reliable new markets for their goods and reduce their dependence on the often changing American market. The tariffs clearly showed India and Japan that they needed strong and predictable partners. They could not solely depend on one large, sometimes unpredictable, market like the United States. This made them look for other places to sell their products and to buy what they needed. The partnership between them grew much more important because of this shared challenge. Japan saw a big opportunity in India. India's economy is growing very fast, at over 7% each year, and it has a large middle class with more than 300 million people. Japanese companies saw this as an excellent place to expand their business, especially with trade problems in their own country and new tariff threats from the U.S. government. At the same time, India needed Japan's advanced technology and famous manufacturing skills to help its own growth. So, while President Trump's new trade rules created problems and uncertainty in the global economy, they also served as a catalyst, pushing India and Japan to form a stronger bond. Their partnership became a vital way to protect their economies from such sudden changes. In a world where trade rules can change quickly and unpredictably, having a stable and loyal partner is extremely valuable. This helped them build a safer and more secure future for their trade and businesses, lessening the risks from shifting U.S. government policies. 6. Making a strong future. The new chapter introduces an important idea called economic security. This means countries work together not just for money, but also to keep their nations safe and strong. They want to make sure they always have important things they need, like food, medicine, and technology. Recent global problems showed that relying on just one country for many goods can be risky. Because of this, India and Japan decided to make a big change, aiming to make their economies more secure and less vulnerable. They are working hard to secure supply chains for important goods. This means they will ensure they can always get things like computer chips, vital for modern devices. They also want a steady flow of medicines and important minerals used in many new technologies. Japan has advanced ways to make things and special materials. India has many skilled workers and engineers. Together, they can make these supply chains stronger, more diversified, and dependable. This helps both countries avoid big problems if one supplier faces trouble. The partnership also looks far into the future by collaborating on new technologies. India and Japan are putting a lot of effort into artificial intelligence, or AI. Japan is very good at robotics and precision manufacturing. India has many talented computer engineers and software experts. They will work together to create new AI programs, develop large language models, and build advanced data centers. They are also exploring space together. India's space agency, ISRO, and Japan's space agency, JAXA, have a joint plan to go to the Moon. This lunar polar exploration mission will send a mission to study the Moon's south pole. This project shows how both nations combine their strengths in science and engineering to achieve big goals. Other very new technologies are also part of their plan. They are collaborating on quantum computing, a very powerful computer that could change many industries. They also have a Digital Partnership 2.0 to share ideas and work on new digital solutions, encouraging startups and research. All these efforts aim to build a strong, flexible, and innovative economy for both countries. They want to be ready for what comes next and ensure their people have a good and safe future. 7. People working together. India and Japan are building a stronger future by bringing their people closer. They have a special plan called the Action Plan for India-Japan Human Resource Exchange and Cooperation. This big plan aims for more than 500,000 people to move between the two countries over 5 years. A very important part of this is sending 50,000 skilled workers and professionals from India to Japan. This exchange is very good for both nations. Japan has an aging population, which means there are fewer young people to work. They need more workers in many fields, like advanced technology, healthcare, and careful manufacturing. Indian professionals, who are often young and highly skilled, can help fill these important gaps. This helps Japan keep its industry strong and its services running well. For India, this plan brings great benefits too. Indian workers get new chances to work abroad and earn good money. They also get to learn advanced skills and new technologies directly from Japan, a leader in many industries. This experience helps them grow professionally and brings valuable knowledge back to India. It helps modernize India's own industries and workforce. The cooperation includes many different kinds of exchanges. For example, students from India can go to Japan for higher education, learning about science, engineering, and business. Japanese students might come to India to learn about its diverse culture and booming economy. Researchers from both countries will work together on new discoveries. There are also special training programs, like the Japan-India Institutes for Manufacturing. These institutes have already trained 30,000 people since 2016, teaching them Japanese methods for quality and efficient production. This helps share valuable manufacturing skills in India. Cultural and language exchange is also a key part of this plan. Both countries understand that good communication is important for strong partnerships. So, more Japanese language classes are being offered in India. Programs like Nihongo Partners send Japanese teachers to India to help students learn the language. This helps people from both sides understand each other better. It builds stronger personal and professional relationships. These people-to-people connections create lasting bonds between societies. When people work, study, and live together, they build trust and a deeper understanding of each other's cultures. This helps the two nations to cooperate well for many years to come. It ensures that the partnership is strong, not just between governments or businesses, but also between everyday people. This shared human capital is a huge resource, helping both countries grow, innovate, and work as true partners. 8. A new time for Asia. This partnership between India and Japan marks a very important time for the Asia-Pacific region. It shows a big change in how countries in this part of the world can work together. This agreement promises many good things, like more money for India's economy and many new jobs. It will also help both countries get important goods like computer chips and medicines more easily. They will work together on new technologies like smart computers and space travel, making both nations stronger and more modern. But this big plan also has challenges. India and Japan must work through different rules and ways of doing business. They need to make sure that the money promised turns into real projects and jobs on time. It will take a lot of effort and good planning to make all these ideas happen. This alliance offers a new way for democratic nations to cooperate. It is not about one country being stronger than another. Instead, it is about two countries helping each other for mutual benefit. They want to build a future based on shared values and fairness. This is important for all of Asia and beyond. Many nations are watching to see how this new model of cooperation will work. It is a defining moment, and the future of cooperation in the region depends on its success. What do you think will be the biggest challenge for India and Japan as they work together?
Hey there! Just a second before you go. If you learned something new today, please give this video a like, write your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second, and it really, really helps to create even better English videos for you. Your support means the world. Thank you.